Now that I have your attention, did you know that Raid Shadow Legends is very welcoming for beginner players? With over 40 playable characters, you too can learn in just under an hour. Use the promo code SELLOUT to get yourself one free hero at the start. Something I did get good at, though, was spinning this Nerf gun. Yeah, but you can just imagine how much like a fucking cowboy I look right now. If only you could witness my spinning skills, but unfortunately you're only able to listen and imagine. But perhaps that's better sometimes, or maybe you're blind and you've only been listening and imagining your entire life, in which case, well, I don't know, I would say that you have it better, but that's not true. You don't have it better. You can't see. You are disadvantaged. A giant wolf could be running at you right now, and it could be ready to eat you. You should have a goat with you at all times, so that if you get chased by a wolf, you can throw at the goat. It'll eat the goat. You could just have, like those people who walk 20 dogs at a time. You could be walking around with 50 goats, 50 seeing eye goats. No, just 8, so they can call you Octogoat. The goats are like your tentacles, and they're your seeing eye goats. And, wolves are trying to eat blind people, because wolves live in human society, and people who can see, they know how to defend against wolves. And before the days of seeing eye goats, the blind people would carry guns, but that's not a good idea. Because you can't aim, but they had a little beeper in the guns so that when you're aimed at your target, it would beep, so you know that's when it's okay to pull the trigger. So you just gotta wave that thing around all the time. And you stop waving it once you hear the beep, and then you pull the trigger. But the little computer chip or whatever that detects the wolves, it couldn't tell the difference between wolves and old ladies, so you can see where the problem began, right there. Plus, sometimes the wolf moves too fast through the beeper and the blind guy gets nervous and just pulls the trigger whenever, and you can see how that would lead to further problems. So instead of the blind gun thing, you could hire somebody with a gun to follow you around at all times, but you don't know if they do have a real gun. They could just be holding their fingers like this, like you used to do on the playground to make it look like a gun, and you ask him, you have your gun for them wolves? And he says, yeah, I got a gun right here, and it's just his fingers. You gotta learn to trust yourself and trust your goats, So you train your seeing eye goats, and your seeing eye goats are all around you. You have your leash, you have your belt, and their leashes are all hooked onto your belt, so they're circling around you as you walk. And when one of them sees a wolf, they go, "Nyah, nyah." And they're gonna be tugging at the leash, so you know which one it is. So you unhook that leash, and you carry a knife with you in your boot, because that's the best place to carry a knife, and you stab that goat right in the jugular, and all this hot, smelly goat blood goes all over the place, and that rouses the wolf. Then you heave your dying goat over your arms, and you throw it, and it goes, and the wolf gets it. And that'll occupy the wolf for long enough that you can get out of there safely. And you still got 7 goats, Maybe they'll be sad that their friend is dead, but a good way to avoid that is don't name them. You don't want to name your goats, because you'll have to get rid of those sons of bitches one day. God, do I know that struggle. I mean, when I was told that I could legally no longer own a firearm, I knew goats would be the way to go, and sure enough, I'm down to 4 of them. It's been tough, but I haven't named them, and that's made it just a little bit easier. I hope you take this information with you going forward. The wolves are, well, wolves. It's in their nature. Don't be mad at them. Don't be mad at the goats either. Don't even be mad at yourself. Be mad at God. He made all of us. Alright. Good night.